Hello everyone and welcome to this new stream of Gran Turismo 2 One Car Challenge with a Mazda MX-5 Miata. It's been a while since last time I did the last stream where I managed to defeat the game, or at least the Gran Turismo 2 World Championship, with this beauty of a car. So, today, as the thumbnail says, it's time for endurances races, and it will be pretty long since, well, endurance races last from 45 minutes to a lot. Like really a lot. I think the the endurance that lasts the most is the 40 laps of Grand Valley, if I recall correctly, which lasts slightly more than 2 hours. And again, I'm gonna show. Give me a sec, everyone. So I'm gonna show the state of the game as always. So we have our beautiful Mazda MX-5. Here we have a 37.44% of completion, which at least it's considering that I did almost all events that the Mazda can do. That's a lot. That is really a lot. And I'm gonna show all the events completed. Line 1 done, line 2 done for what the car can do, line 3 completed entirely, and line 4 where only the test course event. I just didn't manage to get better than 5th. Gran Turismo League here. Game don't stutter, please. National is completed, international is completed, and finally the GTWL or GTWC completed. So we need to do the endurances right here. I already did the 30 lap Trail Mountain Endurance in a previous stream. I don't remember which one, by the way. I really don't remember. And today I think I'm gonna do the endurances here on the left. So Seattle, Apricot Hill, and Grand Valley. These three on the right needs a bit more preparation. The Laguna Seca Speedway, I think I'll do it first out of the three. Then I'll go for the 2-hour Rome City course. And Special Stage Route 5 is actually the hardest. The hardest of all. And because the Miata struggles at doing a lap time that matches the one that matches the time that the AI does. So either I'm gonna go for opponents that aren't that great, or I'll just try and I'll spend 2 or more hours and try to beat it first try with strong opponents. Anyways, no time to waste since this will be pretty long, and let's start immediately with the Apricot Hill Endurance. Let's start immediately. So, I'm gonna go, since I wanna go pretty much fast, I'm gonna go with the setting that I used in the Gran Turismo World Championship. At least for gearing. If you wonder, these are the suspension upgrades. Yo, Yotavians, welcome to the stream. And here I need to change, come on, I need to change the gear. So, auto setup 10. Yes. this, and 969. Nice. Nice that we have a 69. 1.600 and 1.316. So here we are playing co-op right now. All right, I'm here doing endurances. So we are doing endurances. Have fun with the co-op. 50 laps here on Apricot Hill. Opponents aren't that great in Apricot Hill, at least in the endurances that I'm gonna do in this stream. I'm not gonna face strong opponents. The only problem will be, I think, at Seattle, where, well, I don't play much at Seattle, but opponents aren't good there. I mean, you face at Seattle, you face like only American cars, if I recall correctly, in the Seattle Endurance. I don't remember. I don't actually remember. So I'm just gonna... So basically I'm just gonna chill. Racing here. Doing lap after lap after lap after lap. Maybe I'll try to do the fast... I'll try to set... If able, the lowest time possible here with the Miata. I don't know. The best I did here in Apricot was a 116 for sure. Point, don't remember. I used to watch my dad do the endurance races. He taught me about tire wear and stuff. And went to optimally it. Also, yo Lil, yo Bobby, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I know that, like, tire wise, like, it doesn't matter which type of tire you use. They will all wear at the same rate. So at least as far as I know. So just pick super soft and do the race. I noticed that quite a lot of cars like need to pit out after 20 laps. Or at least at 20 laps they start to get the yellowish hello, little BMW. Okay, I already lapped after just 3 laps. Dang. What an AI. The Mazda laps needs to pit after 20 laps. At least that's what I noticed in the Trial Mountain Endurance that I did. I think I did it in the 4th stream. Either in the 4th or 5th stream of this run. And this will become a problem. I wasn't looking. Was there a vet I saw in this race? Don't know. And again, as I was saying before, the fact that the Miata needs 20 laps, or at least can race for 20 laps until the tires start to become too like impossible to handle, will become a problem, especially for the hardest endurances. So for Rome, Laguna, I think for Laguna it will not be that much of a problem, since I can go. Oh, whoa, what the fuck? No, wait, no, wait. Well, oh, wait, did I free them? Wait, did I just free them? What the fuck? I think they just parked there to do a barbecue or stuff like that. they were like, nah, this boy's too strong, you know, let him let's just leave him do the race, and we go partying. This has never happened to me, gotta be honest. This has never happened to me. This is a nice track, by the way. I was grinding it in GTPSP earlier today. Apricot is really a nice track. It's really nice. The only issue I have is actually how to handle the first two corners. Just because I know there are many ways to do it. I go for a line that is fine, but it can be better. Go away, little Jaguar. All of them went too fast into that corner and beat it. Yeah, the AI isn't very smart here, especially in these two corners. It just isn't that smart, and in this little section they brake too much. I noticed that they have so much fear here in this turn. But what I notice is that they don't consider like the slipstream effect, which makes them go more wide than usual, and that is the reason as to why you notice most of the time like the AI literally yeeting themselves in the dirt and doing really bad laps. But that occurs only if they are behind someone. The car that leads doesn't have too much of an issue. Still goes low, but at least it doesn't go wide. I always wipe out at the final part as before the straight. I try to, but like the problem of... Oh, by the way, hello Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? I go for doing it legit. Maybe cutting just slightly, because if I cut too much, the MX-5 starts to jump, and it instantly loses control. I instantly lose control of the car. I can show. If I cut right here, I tend to lose control. I got quite lucky here, but with different lines, with different angles, more like. The car will just spin. Oh, are you? I can't do a fast lap if they still. What the heck? The Miata whips, you tuned it good, it seems. I always tune the cars in special stage R5, and whenever I test the cars there for this suspensions, I try to get like the grippiest setup. And try to go as fast as possible. If I manage to do a fast lap on special stage R5, like a really fast lap by always staying on the inside, doing the turns at a pretty high speed, like the best example is actually in the first turn of special stage R5. Where if I manage to stay like very close to the inner wall at 170 kilometers per hour, that means that it's almost perfect, the suspension setup, or at least it's already pretty good. At first I used that track also for gearing. But then I noticed that the gears that I use on R5 aren't that great in other trucks. So later I learned that it's good just for R5. It's good just for the suspension setup. For gearing, I have to go in the truck. I need to optimize the gear and just do a lot of tests, like a lot. That first turn is a really good test. Actually, R5, I still use it for for checking whether a car can. Oh, come on. Okay, I'll get used to it. To check if a car can win the game or not. If a car, so I basically the rule I have is that if I take a car and do R5, if it can do at least a lap time of 1 minute and 19 seconds, or more like a sub 120, it can beat the game. If it can only do a 119, it may struggle with the strongest opponents. If it can do a 118, it can kinda easily win the game. if it can go lower, it will be it will be like a cakewalk. If it does a 120, given a almost perfect lap, or at least a very well done, so turns at high speed, like a really good line, etc, etc. If it can do a 120, there is a slim chance that can win the game, but don't expect to win. Don't expect to win against the GT1. Just don't expect to win against it. Actually, when I did offline, when I did offline a 1-car run again with the Mazda RX-7 GT Turbo 83, when I did that one, like in a I'm not gonna comment on that. Dude, the GT1 is a legend. The GT1 is the strongest opponent. Like, it's insane. It's insane. With low cars, reaching the GT1 is insane. Like, with this MX-5, I managed to beat the GT1 at Rome. In 5 laps, but I had to play perfectly. I had to play perfectly until I overtook the GT1, which was like in the middle of the final lap. To which then I started defending, thanks AI, that you're kinda stupid at times, and won the race. But I had to play perfectly. I really had to play perfectly. Because again, this car can barely win. And I think that there are cars that can do it and have less horsepower than this car, I think, but I still have to test them. I made quite a lot of tests. I tested quite a lot of cars, and there are many cars that can beat the game by themselves. So like, just take that car and do the entire game with it. The aforementioned RX-7 Turbo GT Turbo 83 can do it, and it's actually it's really easy with it if you manage to tune it very well. Can you beat GT2 in an 86? I tried. I still need to find a setup, but it's very close. It's very close to win. And I tried with literally Takumi's livery with that car, the Trueno Apex 2. That one is. I have to relook at that car, which actually, it's the fastest 86. It's the fastest 86 of this game, if we do not consider the BP Trueno. it can barely. It can barely. Actually, there is another car that for the One Gun Midnight community is a legendary car. It is at the same, for now it's at the same level of the 86, and it's the Datsun. The Datsun 240Z is close. That one too is close. The only problem is not that the car is low, rather I still need to find a good suspension setup for making the car grippy. While still going fast. Then there are other cars that, well, if we consider that you start with 10,000 credits this game, technically you cannot afford them, but in reality you can if you have the will to gold the licenses. At least if you have the will to get all golds in at least in the IC license, at least. And those cars are like the BMW 328 Ci. That one is a beast. Like almost at the level of the RX-7 GT Turbo 83. The Alfa 156 2.5. The Alfa Romeo 156, yeah. Another car that you need quite a lot of money. Actually, it's I still need suspension to get a better suspension, but the Toyota GT 2000 can do it. The Lotus Europa, but for that one, well, that is a prize car for beating the Ford GT40 in the historical car cup. Technically, well, if you have it at the beginning of the game, you can beat the game. You can do it with the Lancia Stratos, but that one is a prize car for winning an endurance, and you have a 50% chance to win it. So no, but you can win the game with it. Another one that you need... actually, you can win the game with a Volkswagen Beetle. You can win the game with that car. I don't know why. But it's super grippy. Like, it has so much grip, that car, that I was impressed. I was really impressed by that car. I was really impressed. Other cars that can win. Speaking of used cars, you can win, or at least you can have a chance with there is a Toyota Lexus, I think there is a Toyota Lexus that can do it. Yep, there is a Toyota Lexus. The Mazda 323, which I already did the run, you can beat the game. A Nissan Silvia K 800cc. Yeah. Ah, shit. The shops change used cars every 10 days, eh? Yep. Every 10 days, the used dealership changes, and the cars that appear are fixed. There is actually a site where you can check the used car dealership. You can check every cycle from day 1 to day 600. I think 600 or 590. 30. Yeah, from day 600. It's always the same. It's always the same. And all you need to know is just you want a specific car. Just check the day 1 to 100. Check if the car is there. Look at the cycle is in. And buy the car. Like best example, like this Miata is available day 1. The RX-7 GT Turbo in the PAL version is available. The first available is in day 31. I think in the NTSC NTSC-U is available starting day 51. I'm not sure about that, but should be in that day. And then there are the Datsun, I think day 31. The Toyota GT2000, day 31 too. No, I think day 21, sorry. But in the NTSC-U, you can have it day 1. But, well, if you have the money to actually afford it day 1. I mean, the GT2000 is the most expensive used car with a price of 100,000. That's a lot. I think the second most expensive is actually an NSX with 50,000 credits. My dad always wished the F1 was in the game. Speaking of F1, I looked at the A-Spec mod that some people are doing. And in the new teaser trailer, they made the F1. They made the model for the F1. That is the update 1.2, which is not out yet, but they're inserting the F1 cars. It's fantastic. Plus many more cars. Like it's an insane mod. It's actually an insane mod. I didn't. By the way, I forgot to pit. I actually forgot to pit. Damn it. I don't remember if in the update 1.1, which is the one that is out, if there is the McLaren F1. I think they added the McLaren F1. I'm not sure about this, so take it with a grain of salt. I think there is though. I shall check. Alright, time to pit. Which, by the way, the McLaren F1 is actually present in the cover art of the game. Am I right? Or at least in some cover arts. Am I right? Yeah, it is on the back, I think. Oh, okay. Okay, so I was remembering right. Okay. One day I'd like to see, you know what? One day I'd like to see the Daimyo A-Spec win in this game. I made so many tests on that car. But it's super hard. It's really super hard to get a fast time with it. It has grip. Sometimes it has too grip, honestly. But the issue of the Daimyo is that its acceleration sucks. Its acceleration is really awful. So like, it is able to do turns at a super high speed because of how much grip it has. But the acceleration, like, removes all. Like, you can do a turn super fast, but then the acceleration kills the time. Kills the time you gain from doing that turn fast. On R5, I managed to do a 119, so technically it is barely able to win. But I wanna try to get a 118 with the Daimyo. I wanna try to get a 118 while testing it. Plus, well, technically you cannot start the game with the A-Spec since it's a prize car from winning the second event of the Lightweight K Car Cup. But still, you can buy a whatever Daimyo, win that race, and then do the entire run with the A-Spec, which is the fastest Daimyo in the game. Plus, it's a washing machine. I mean, who doesn't want to win with a washing machine as sound, as a car? I really love this sound effect of the Daimyo. It's so fun. I mean, it's so funny to. It's so funny. I actually plan to do a stream where I test cars. I actually plan one stream where I test slow cars. Well, in reality, I'd like to test all cars that can start the game that have less than 196 HP or 95 HP. I don't remember the what was that? What was the lowest HP requirement? I think 195. Yeah, test all of them and see if they can and check if they can win. So I at least know how many cars can do the one car challenge and how hard it is for each car to do it. No. Come on, little Corvette. Can I go first? Thank you. Well, I am already first. More like, can I lap you? Let's see if I can get a 116 in this lap. I'm gonna try to do. No. Goodbye 116, I guess. No, not in this lap. Or maybe I get it. Maybe I'll get it. Maybe I'll get it. 16, 17.2. Ah, very close. I don't remember the lap time you need to do in order to beat the strongest opponents of the game here, but a 117 is already good. I think 118 is the worst time you can beat those opponents, if I recall. It's been a while since well, in reality, here in Apricot Hill, I don't think too much about the time, just because I already start with the idea that the AI sucks, so I just need to do the turns well and just go and just win the race. I actually never thought about the times too much. For Rome, you need a 118. You can do it even with a 119, but you need perfect laps with a 119 at Rome. With a 118, you're pretty much safe, or at least you can get first. Don't want to say no time, but you're gonna get it eventually. I tried rallying this not too long ago, and it was interesting. Using the rally cars is always fun in this game, because it's, you know, it's so weird. It is so weird, because, like, especially in the PAL version, because, like, you have the car that it feels like it's not moving, but in reality you're going at 60 kilometers per hour. Then you accelerate and it goes so wide and accelerates so much that I don't know. It's just weird, but I love it. I love rally game. I really love rally games. The Escudo goes hard. The Escudo can, like, the Escudo best car ever, period. Well, one day, I remember one day, just because I was kind of bored and didn't know what to do in this game, like, I picked the Escudo, gear tricked the Escudo, put super soft tires, because when you buy the Escudo, it has normal tires or medium tires, I don't remember, so you need to put super soft tires to have the highest grip. Gear tricked, yeah, I already mentioned it, and went on to special stage R5 against the strongest opponents. I managed to lap at the end of the final lap. I managed to lap the Alpha 155, and I was like, no way I can do this with an Escudo. No way I can do this. Is it that strong? And yeah, it's that strong. I mean, lapping a Gran Turismo All-Star opponent. Okay, one of these lowest ones, but still lapping an opponent is crazy. No wonder it costs 2 million credits. No wonder it costs that much. I honestly feel bad for the Cultus, because it's almost the same as the Escudo. It's just that it's just that the Cultus weighs a bit more, and that kills the acceleration a bit. Still a fast car if you wanna have fun with it. It's a really fun car. With the right gear tuning, it could be one of the fastest cars in the game. The Cultus, yeah. The Cultus is actually the I think it's the second fastest. I think. I'm not that sure. But I think it's the second fastest. Then there is the GT1. But the problem of the GT1 is that it's super hard to control the car. At least for me, I really struggle at controlling the car. Plus, I'm not too much into high power cars. Main reason is that I accelerate too much by default. Is the HKS drag cars GT1 or GT2? HKS cars GT2. GT2. They are super fast. They are really fast. Although no matter what suspension setup you have, they will not turn. They will not turn. They don't have handling. And the main reason I noticed this because I actually tried to tune that car, the 180SX, because it has less weight. The problem is that the tires, the front tires are small, or the opposite. I never remember. Like they had, like the front tires and the rear tires have different sizes, and I mean, of course, it's made for drags, for drag races, so it has to be that way. But it makes the car like you can use it in test course. That's it. I mean, you can try to use it in any track, but good luck with handling it. Still better than handling the Lister Storm. Still better than handling that car. The Lister Storm. Gosh, it's so hard. It's so hard to handle that car. If you have a truck that has a slow corner, like the Lister Storm will spin. No matter what, it will spin. Actually, later I wanna check. After this race, I wanna check first which car I win. Second, I wanna check. I wanna check if I actually won the, and we have the Corvette. Okay, Corvette. Fine. I wanna check if I won the HKS during this run. Actually, I wanna check all the cars that I won. Well, I have to check the ones, the price cars of the GT300, the GT500, the N8 Car Cup, and the Turbo Car Cup. I have and the GTWC price car. I didn't look at the price cars I won because, well, in challenges like this, I mean, who cares? You just choose a car and go with it throughout the entirety of the run. And I put myself the rule that I'm not going to sell cars because that would just mean that I have extra credits, plus making life easier in the beginning, especially in the beginning. I mean, in the middle of the run, I have enough credits to like buy everything. Actually, what do you? How many credits you need to buy all upgrades? Technically, it depends on the car. Some cars have upgrades that cost a bit more. If I recall correctly, like you need 200,000 credits to buy all upgrades. Stuff like that. Yeah, stuff like that. 200,000 credits, yeah, or a bit more. It depends on which turbo upgrade you need to buy. And wait, 200,000 credits if you buy only the strongest upgrades. So like you buy if you have a turbo car, you buy the stage 3 turbo only. So you need even more money if you start a run, because maybe you need the turbo stage 1. Dang. I wonder how much I spent for upgrading the Miata. And I mean, it paid off. And it paid off. I won the game with this, with this beauty. To think that you need only 300 horsepower. To think that you need only 300 horsepower. My mom had this car not too long ago in light blue color, convertible. I see. This car, I really love it. I actually wanted to, like a few months ago, I actually wanted to buy the newest model of the MX-5. Then I looked at the price, and I was like, no, thank you, no thank you. The cars cost too much today. Cars really cost too much today. Well, okay, I was looking for a car that cost a bit more, than most of the cars. But no thanks. Really no thanks. I really love the MX-5. Oh, there's a car that is speeding. I don't know about the prices, the prices of some used MX-5s here in my area, but I think they're gonna be pretty much high. Even the prices of used cars, like, it's so inflated. Like, it's so inflated. Sometimes I find, when I looked into some sites that sell used cars, dang, sometimes the prices were higher than new cars, and I was like, the heck? And just for good conditions. Then again, well, you have to see the car in person, but that's crazy. That's really crazy. At least speaking for my area, okay? Speaking for my area, I don't know about other areas. Dude, my mom has had 3 Celicas. Dang. That was the nicest. That was the nicest pass ever. I'm kinda impressed of myself, gotta be honest. Last one she had was the GT Coupe. It was sick. Oh god. The GT Coupe, what a great car. What a great car. What a great car. There aren't many Celicas here. I mean, everyone. Whenever I go to work, I always look at all the cars I have around. They're always the same. Always the same. There are some Fiat. Well, there are many Fiats. Maybe you find a BMW Series 5 or Series 3. I think Series 3. Sometimes you find some Mercedes, a lot of Dachas. Actually, there is always a Miata. I always notice a Miata in the traffic. Well, not always, but there are days where I see it's always the same. It's always the same. One day, I was like, what the fuck, because I never... It was the first time that I saw that car. I saw a... like a... oh dear, I don't remember... I don't remember... I remember the model, but not the manufacturer. I think the Land Rover Defender, but it was like really big. It was so big, I was like, what the heck is this car? It was so big compared to my little tiny car. I was so little, and I was behind him. Oh gosh. Around here, we thankfully still see a decent amount of older cars. Monster truck. I mean, it was so big. It was so big and so and so blocky because I mean it's not the usual. It's not the usual smooth car you see nowadays around. You know, like big truck. It was almost ready for going. I mean, for going in the mountains and do a road trip there. I was like, the heck? What the heck? I actually no. You see, speaking of used cars, like, as I was saying before, whenever I see, I always look at the cars around me, and I'm always, gosh, how boring these cars that are. They're always the same. They always have, they all have the same chassis and stuff. So like, when you see a car, when you see two cars that are similar, I mean, it feels like a video game skin, you know? Like, you have the same base, but just slightly different. But then one day, when I was going back home, I saw a Renault. I knew it was a Renault. It was like 8 kilometers away. Okay, I was in a straight, so that's why I was able to see it from that far. It was a green Renault, and I was like, oh gosh, don't tell me it's a Renault. Don't tell me it's a Renault. It's an old Renault Laguna. and I started pressing the throttle to get close to that car because I wanted to see that Renault, that green Renault. So I started going at like 120, 130 kilometers per hour, like running like a crazy man in this straight to get close to this car. And I looked at and then I saw the car. It wasn't a Laguna. It was a Renault 19, if I recall correctly, and I was so excited because I was seeing a car that was different. I saw a car that was different from the rest. I was really excited. One day I got excited for a Citroen 2CV. I got excited for a 2CV. Like, I saw the car, it was on the other lane. I was like, yeah, and it was also in really fantastic condition. It was a Cyan 2CV, and I was like, yo, it's a 2CV, oh my god, wow! I was, I did the, I did the naive mistake to, like, lose concentration on what I had in front of me. Thankfully, there was no one in front of me, but I was too focused on that to CV. Oh, spotting a red car is always it is. It is. It really is. It really is. It really is dope. Wait, where is the wait, did I have a Corvette right behind me? Don't tell me it made a spin. Oh, I guess it spun. I see, yeah. But again, here there are so many crossovers nowadays. Can I be honest? I don't like crossovers. Seeing a Supra in real life is always, I didn't see, not even once. I have never seen a Supra in front of me. I've never seen it with my own eyes in real life. Never. Never. Ever. As far as I remember. Never. Okay that I live in an area where like there aren't that many people that are cars fanatic or just buy cars like those ones, like the Supra or an R35. I saw an R35 once. I actually saw an R35 once. It was in a town. It was in a town, like at 35 to 40 kilometers from where I am. Yeah, it was like 10 p.m. I was walking there, and I see this R35 with a, I think it was black or something close to black. It felt like it was also tuned. And by the way, here in Italy, tuning is forbidden. I'm not joking. Tuning is forbidden here in Italy. Unless it's a car made for racing. And yeah, yeah, I saw this R35 and I was like, wow. That was insane. Wow, never knew that. Like it is as crazy. It is as crazy as the following. So when you buy the car, you have a piece of paper that lists all the information of the car, etc., etc. That also has the size of the tires that can equip. Yeah, yeah, exactly, all stock. Yeah, the stock tires that can equip the car. If you have a different one and get stopped by the police, you get a fine. And a quite salty one. And quite a salty one. I mean like you can go like an inch bigger if it's not listed in the stock paper. You get fined. That's insane. No, wait. You can go 1 point radius bigger. 1 centimeter. Yeah, 1 centimeter more of radius. Get fined. If the police stops you and checks you. Like, we're at that levels here. We're at that levels. It has to be stock. It has to be stock, or at least it needs to be listed in this piece of paper that has all the car's information. Dang. That's just absurd when I think about it. That's sad, honestly. It is. It really is. It really, really is. No! Oh, come on. These freaking cars. Blocking my way. With me, also, I have red tires. Not even caring about red tires. Okay, maybe now I care about. Well, I'm at lap 48. Doesn't matter anymore. And the funny thing is that I talked about that you cannot tune, but like some people like go and buy some ECUs to increase just a bit the horsepower. I mean, it's the cheapest upgrade you can do to a car, and also the less noticeable one. But so some people do it, but again, if you get a really bad day, you get stopped by the police, and the police checks on that, like you're done. Or if you are that unlucky to maybe get into an accident, a bad one, and whenever it happens, like they take all the cars involved and they do every check they can possibly do, like every check, and the checks are done by people specialized in these checks. Like they even check if you had the seatbelt. Of course, they had to check that, and they freaking know. But only if the accident is really, really bad. If it's just car bumps onto another car, no one cares. I always feel like that I'm not a person who travels a lot around even around my own region. Even around my region. And like I always feel like that whenever I move onto a different country, like and I see all the cars in there, it feels like I'm in a whole different world. Like I wonder like in the rest of Europe, how's it like? In the rest of Europe, or even in North America. How's it like? And let's end final lap with a pit. Did it! It's done. The first endurance done. If I don't consider the 30 lap trail mountain. Done. How many? Wait, how much did I? 7 laps. I lapped 7 times the Supra. Okay. Lapped 7 times the Supra. Gosh. That's a lot. That is actually a lot. Give me money. Give me the money. Rip Supra. Indeed, rip. Poor Supra. Poor Supra. And it's time for 2 more. I think I'm gonna do 2 more endurances that are, as I said, the Grand Valley one and Seattle. I think I'll start with Seattle and then move on to Grand Valley, because Grand Valley lasts 2 hours. And Seattle, I don't remember how much it lasts, actually. These 3, again, as I said before, they need a lot of preparation. I have quite a lot of preparation for Rome. For Laguna Seca, I think I need to optimize the gear a bit more. Just to be safe. And Special Stage R5... Special Stage R5 will be the hardest. By the way, let me check the car that I won with this endurance. Will it be the rally car? Or will it be the other car? Ah, I got the Viper GTS. I got the Viper GTS. Look at this beauty. Wait, actually, no. Wait, there was actually one... wait. There was actually one... one endurance that doesn't give... that doesn't give the rally car. But I need to check... which one is. I have to remember the site that tells me all the price cards. Let me check very quickly. GT2 price cars. Gran Turismo 2 price cars. Otherwise Google thinks other stuff. So in Apricot Hill, you have the chance to win the GTSR or the Lancia Stratos. The Nissan Silhouette is a pretty awesome car. The Silhouette, which you can win in the 80 Sports Car Cup 5th event, which I have here, the Silhouette Formula. It really is awesome. It also has different color schemes. I got the blue one. I didn't know it could be blue. I knew it could be red, but never knew it could be blue. And actually, I know that like this is the car. This is the easiest car. The easiest car with a lot of horsepower that you can get, that allows you to do the credit exploit, which is basically, you start the game, you go in the 80 Sports Car 5th event, you get the Silhouette Formula, you go to the Gran Turismo All-Stars 3rd event at Grand Valley, and you win the Speed 12 that you can sell for 500,000 credits. And this is the fastest way to get money. Like, you do that, Speed 12, another classic. Actually, if I recall correctly, this is the concept Speed 12. Because I remember that the design is pretty much different. Oh, by the way, for the GTWC, I won the Calsonic Skyline. Oh, I have so many memories with this car in Gran Turismo 3. I have so many memories with the Calsonic. I really have so many of them. Man, every time I use this car in Gran Turismo 3, I was always happy. Either when I was the one using it, or the AI was using it. Fantastic. What a car. The Skylines are always the best. Indeed, they are the best. They are the best of... But you know, with these one car challenges that I'm doing, I'm starting to love cars that I would have never thought of using or playing with. And yeah, like there are so many cars that impressed me. Oh, of course, I still love those beauties. I really love those beauties. The R34 is legendary for me. It's really legendary. All right, Seattle. Opponents aren't that great, so I think I can go for the setup that I use in Laguna Seca. I think I'll go for the setup that I use at Laguna Seca. So auto setup 7. First, second, and third gear the longest. Fourth gear at 1.800. And fifth gear, technically it should be here, but I'll go here. I'll go here to have a bit more of top speed. A bit more of top speed. I don't need to test it. I'll just start the race. I'm not facing strong opponents. The only thing is that there are a lot of laps. 40. I thought there were more laps. Speaking of the R34, when I was younger, I played so much. I played so much One Gun Midnight Maximum Tune 3. And I remember that, like, before me, like, after some years of sheer commitment and tons of money spent, I became the strongest player of that arcade machine in my locals. But before me, there was another guy that had the R34. If I recall, it was either a yellowish one or an orange one. Stuff like that. The thing is, and I had an Evo 8, an electric blue Evo 8 with just a carbon fiber front. and a rear wing. 700-800 horsepower, quite a lot of grip, and I became the best player. After so much time. I remember every single time. Like there were weekends where I was going to play the game. If you don't know, in the game, like there are the crowns on each truck. There are the crowns, and the crown is awarded to the best player. In order to get the crown, you have to beat the ghost of the best player in that track. If you win, you get the crown. And also you get displayed your car is displayed in the demo version of the arcade machine when no one's playing it. And I remember having all the tracks in a period. I had all the tracks. Then the production of the cards stopped. so I couldn't I couldn't reprint my card, so I couldn't play anymore with my Evo 8. Well, no one could anymore. But people who had their fully tuned car and still had a few races left before having to reprint, managed to get the crown in 3 trucks, I think. And well, I think I still have them. Dang, it's been years since last time I went there. I hope the cabinet is still there, and I hope I still have those crowns. I really hope. Wow, those games have also mods. The One Gun Midnight 3's hosts are really nostalgic to me, because again, I played for many years. Like for me middle school was One Gun Midnight. For me, middle school period was One Gun Midnight, Maximum Tune 3. Playing at Akone, doing the story, getting a higher rank. I still have the card right here. I still have the card, plus a lot more cards. I was actually trying to fully tune an MR2. But it was in the final period of it was in the final period of life of that cabinet. So I never managed to get that MR2 at a high horsepower. I think I reached 520 horsepower, which I was. The 520 horsepower, you're at one third of full tune. Of full tuning. If I remember. Unfortunately, like outside of Japan and the Philippines, the One Gun Midnight cabinets don't get exported anymore. Cause like right now they're at One Gun Midnight 6RR. Am I right? One Gun Midnight 6RR. And dang, I wanna play those games. I really wanna replay those games. On the cabinet. I know there are some programs that lets you play. That lets you play old versions of One Gun Midnight, but I wanna play it on an arcade station. Having the host right behind me in the seat at yes volume while I was drifting with my Evo 8. Gosh, what a feeling! What a feeling! Oh, and by the way, I mentioned about the guy that was the best player before me. There were console versions, eh? I think a PS2 version of the game there is. I think there is a PS2 version of One Gun Midnight. Not sure though. Not that sure. But I think there is a PS2 version of the game. I don't think there is a PS1, but a PS2... Yeah... There should be. Ouch, again. I'm not doing that corner very well. Anyways, I forgot to end what I was saying before. Like, the guy that was the strongest one before me, one day he found me playing, and he challenged me. At the hardest track in the game, without the game assist, without game assists. And for game assists, I mean the game to make the races pretty fun for everyone. The game gives how can I say it? Basically, the game checks the cars that are behind, maybe second or third place. The game checks also the distance. Between that car and first place. And gives extra power accordingly to basically let everyone get first place at least once during the race, or at least giving that feeling that there is a lot of competition. Okay. And he challenged me without game assists. I was the one that proposed the game assist off. We went on to the hardest track in the game, and I basically won with a... Oh my fucking... can you give me a moment, everyone? Someone's calling me. Ah, damn it. Everyone, I unfortunately have to end the stream. I got called for work. Gosh, I'm in availability, which means that they might call me for doing a job. And they called me just now. And here I thought this week they wouldn't call me. Gosh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. I have time, but well, Seattle, I'm gonna do it next time. And well, and the other ones next time. And again, as always, I'm gonna show this MX-5 because I am still... I say it like so many times, but like 296 horsepower, an MX-5. I would have never thought that this car was able to reach high levels of play. Still, okay, you need to play a lot well, but my goodness. All right, everyone. No worries. Let's get to work. I'll hopefully catch the next one. Thanks for understanding me. But so, anyways, thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the apricot hill endurance and the AI trying to even do a lap. And see you all next time for the other endurances. Bye bye, everyone.